Good morning, and welcome back to You Be the Judge. We're in our studio at 201 Franklin Avenue this morning, and we're continuing our series on the faces of fracking. Ladies and gentlemen, for the last 3 weeks, I've been honored to travel through the Northeast and meet some of the most fascinating people that I've ever met in my life. People who are afraid, people who are determined, people who have been affected by the gas exploration industry, and people who are got a resolve and a steely resolve to fight for their neighbors, to try to bring some sanity to a system that seems to have gone totally haywire. My guests today are from the Gas Drilling Awareness Coalition. Its president, Dr. Tom Junta. Tom, thank you so much for being here. And an expert and a friend of mine, Norm Tomchak, who has made it his life's work over the last year to educate people about the dangers of not only gas drilling, but particularly the transportation of natural gas through pipelines, through stations that take water out of the gas and create all sorts of problems for people in the communities, compressor stations. And we're going to talk a lot about what's happening down in the Luzerne County area, Dallas, where not too long ago, a natural gas company thought it was a good idea to put a compressor station right next to the Dallas high school, grade school, middle school, and put those kids at risk. And fortunately for the people in the Dallas School District, there were people like Tom Junta and Norm Tomchak and many, many others who fought that and continue the fight. And Doctor, tell me a little bit about the Gas Drilling Awareness Coalition first.
Well, we formed our group about a year ago. Maybe about a dozen people met in a friend's basement. We were all concerned about drilling and leasing that was occurring in Luzerne County. And we started showing up at the same events, and we decided to form the coalition to educate the public, because the public doesn't know necessarily everything that's going on.
You've got a website? We
have a website, gdacoalition.org.
And people can go there and get information?
People can go there and get information. Okay. And we've been giving presentations. We've been hiring nationally known speakers, engineers and geologists and scientists to talk about this so that we could educate our legislators and the officials that are making the decisions.
You brought Mayor Calvin Tillman in just recently.
Yes, about 2 weeks ago.
And Dr. Conrad Volz from the Department of, from the University of Pittsburgh.
Public Health, yes. And Dr. Ingraffia from Cornell University. Yes, so we've had some pretty good successful speaking engagements. I've been giving personal presentations in different communities around the area.
And Norm, I've heard you very dynamically and bombastically speak to audiences about the problems that lie ahead for our communities and for our country as a result of our aging pipeline system. I know you get carried away, but it's great to hear it.
He's passionate.
You wake up an audience, and it's great. Tell us a little bit about the problems with transmission of natural gas through the existing pipelines.
Well, the infrastructure has been there for since the 50s. You know, the interstate pipelines have been there since 1950 and change, and not too much has been done to improve them. Unfortunately, we have, you know, people did not respect pipelines years ago. They just took it for granted, and in the ensuing years, they began to build buildings close to them. They began to build housing developments close to them, you know, right next to them.
When we come back, Norm, I want to talk a little bit about the disasters that we've seen as a result of pipeline explosions and whether we can expect more. And then, Tom, I want to talk to you about this fracking, and I know you have a number of great slides that explain to people exactly what's going on with the fracking. So please stay tuned to a very informative edition of You Be the Judge.